lot of people would start off trying out waxing and eventually they turn on into having laser treatment done to remove their hair. They're two completely separate ways of removing hair. Laser would be a permanent hair reduction, where waxing is continuously having treatments. So the real difference would be mainly the pain factor involved with waxing. You apply the wax on, you strip it off the leg, you're pulling all the hairs out at one go, and you're also hurting the skin at the same time, so it can be quite painful. Where with laser, it's an energy input into the skin made out of a light which targets a chromophore, being the melanin contained in your hair at the base of the hair shaft. So when the energy travels down, all it's doing is it's absorbing in the base of your hair shaft and destroying any regrowth from coming back. It's permanent once we've cut the hair in the right stage of growth. Your hair does grow in 3 stages, so we need the hair to be in the first stage of growth in order to kill it with laser. So it does take a couple of treatments, but it eventually gets to a point where you have a permanent reduction in the area. So how long does it take to do a laser treatment and how long does it take to do a waxing treatment? Well, if we're looking at, say, treating the legs, it would generally take, you could be looking at up to an hour to do a full leg wax, depending on the technique being used. Where with a laser, depending again on what device is being used, you're looking at roughly between 15 minutes up to a maximum of 45 minutes with the right technologies. If you are having, say, your underarms waxed, you could have an underarm wax done in as little as probably 10 minutes. It's quite a sensitive area, so it can be more painful to wax the area as opposed to having laser. Laser literally takes probably, if even a minute, either underarm. If you compare then maybe onto the face, laser, you're looking at 30 seconds to actually emit the energy into the skin, where with waxing, it's a little bit more aggressive, it takes a little bit longer to do the treatment, and you're probably looking at a little bit more downtime as well on the area. So how many waxing treatments in comparison to laser treatments would you have per year? Would roughly estimate at monthly waxing compared to in a year to complete your laser treatment, 6 treatments in all is the average where you would start. It really is down to hair cycles after this point, how much you need to continue with your laser. But once we're killing hair off, it's permanently destroyed once you've completed your course of treatments. Worst case, you're looking at maintenance sessions ongoing twice per year, where with waxing you're going to be continuously every month trying to manage the hair. As well, another factor that you should consider with waxing is you actually need to let the hair grow in order to have a wax done. You need to be prepared to live with the hair, to live without the hair for that small period of time before you do your next wax. Laser, on the other hand, once you've treated the hair that's in the active stage of growth, even if it's not in the active stage of growth, it's still going to continue growing, but at a much slower and a much less frequent speed. So therefore, in between your laser treatments, you're able to shave as frequently as you want, but less management will be needed on the area. In my experience, when we look at the pain involved with each treatment, on a scale of 5, waxing would generally come to a 4 or 5 points unbearable and dreading your next session, and you would nearly avoid booking in at the thoughts of it. Where with laser, it's averagely going to come in around a 2 out of 5 in most cases. So the most common side effects associated with waxing would be irritation on the skin post-treatment, because you're pulling all the hairs out at once and the skin is quite red and irritated after the treatment. And the pain involved with doing that also, and ingrown hairs being one of the most common issues that you would get from having a waxing. If you're having waxing done on your face, you're sensitising the area. It's regularly being treated, probably if you consider the lip as an area. Roughly every month you're going to need to be keeping on top of it, so you're sensitising that area over and over again. A lot of beauticians miss the important fact that you would need to be wearing sun protection when doing this, so pigmentation can become a problem if you're not getting the right guidelines. One of the solutions to ingrown hairs, if you do suffer with ingrown hairs and you're having waxing done, would be laser treatment is really the only solution there. Most beauticians would be honest enough to say to their clients who do suffer with ingrown hairs, especially on bikini areas, who would be having waxing done every 4 weeks, that the problem is worsening through wax, that laser is the advice that would be given there to solve the issue.